Korean dramas have completely dominated the thriller genre, delivering edge-of-your-seat action, twisted psychological games, and stories that hit you right in the gut. Whether it's brutal fight scenes, mind-bending mysteries, or revenge plots that leave you breathless, Korean action thrillers never hold back. Today on East End Sites, we're counting down the top 10 Korean action thriller series that will have you hooked from the first episode to the last. From high school survival to serial killer hunts and underground fight rings, this list has everything you need for your next binge watch. Starting off our countdown at number 10 is Study Group, because things are about to get intense. One of the most intense school-set action thrillers ever made. Yoon Gamin might look like just another failing student, but he's got fighter's instincts that come alive when he's pushed. When he forms a study group at one of the most violent schools in Korea, it quickly becomes less about books and more about survival. The series doesn't romanticize school violence. It shows it in all its. The fight scenes are raw, grounded, and often hard to watch because of how realistic they feel. But Study Group is more than just fights. It's about underdogs banding together, finding strength in friendship, and refusing to be victims. The character development is exceptional, showing how these students grow from scared kids into people who stand up for themselves and each other, with powerful performances and action that hits hard both physically and emotionally. Study Group sets the tone for our countdown perfectly. At number 9, we have Trigger, a psychological action thriller that digs deep into trauma and revenge. The series follows individuals connected by a tragic incident, each carrying their own scars and secrets. As the story unfolds, we witness how past trauma triggers present-day violence, creating a chain reaction of events that nobody can escape. The action sequences are raw and visceral, but what really makes Trigger stand out is its psychological depth. Every punch thrown and every decision made stems from emotional wounds that never quite heal. The series explores how pain transforms people and whether redemption is even possible when you've crossed certain lines. With intense performances and a gripping narrative that keeps you guessing, Trigger proves that action thrillers can be both brutal and thought-provoking. Number 8 brings us The King of Pigs, a dark and unflinching look at school violence and its long-lasting effects. This series reunites two former classmates who were victims of brutal bullying in their youth. As they reconnect, memories of their tormented school days resurface, revealing the savage hierarchy that ruled their classroom. The show doesn't sugarcoat anything. It shows the psychological and physical brutality of bullying in its rawest form. What makes The King of Pigs particularly disturbing is how it examines how childhood trauma shapes adult lives and whether victims can ever truly escape their past. The series uses its thriller framework to deliver a powerful social commentary about class inequality and the cycles of violence. With its gritty atmosphere and fearless storytelling, this one stays with you long after you finish watching.
At number 7 is My Name, a revenge-fueled action thriller that doesn't let up for a second. The series follows Yoon Ji-woo, a young woman who joins a crime syndicate after her father's murder. To infiltrate the police and find her father's killer, she becomes an undercover cop, living a dangerous double life. Han So-hee delivers a phenomenal performance, transforming herself into a ruthless fighter who can hold her own in brutal hand-to-hand combat. The action choreography is absolutely top tier, with fight scenes that feel visceral and real. Every punch lands with weight. Every confrontation feels dangerous. But beyond the action, My Name is a story about identity, loyalty, and how far someone will go for revenge. The twists keep coming, and just when you think you know where the story is heading, it pulls the rug out from under you. Streaming on Netflix, this series became a global hit and proved that Korean action thrillers are second to none. Coming in at number 6 is Mercy for None, a brutal action thriller that lives up to its title. This series plunges into the darkest corners of crime and punishment, following characters who operate in the gray areas of morality. The show explores what happens when the justice system fails and people take matters into their own hands. With its unflinching violence and morally complex characters, Mercy for None doesn't offer easy answers or clear heroes. Instead, it presents a world where survival often means abandoning your principles. The action is relentless and unforgiving, matching the series' grim tone perfectly. What sets this apart is its willingness to show the consequences of violence, not just physical, but psychological. The performances are intense, the pacing is tight, and the tension never lets up. This is a series for viewers who want their action thrillers dark, gritty, and unapologetically brutal. At number 5 is Healer, an action thriller that combines high-stakes espionage with romance and mystery. The series follows Seo Jung-hoo, a night courier known as Healer, who takes on dangerous jobs for the right price. When he's hired to protect a reporter, he gets tangled in a web of conspiracy and secrets from the past. Ji Chang-hook delivers an electrifying performance, showcasing incredible action skills while bringing depth to a character haunted by his past. The parkour-style action sequences are breathtaking, with Healer leaping across rooftops and fighting his way through impossible situations. But what makes Healer special is how it balances the action with genuine romance and an engaging mystery that slowly unravels throughout the series. The chemistry between the leads is electric, and the conspiracy at the heart of the story keeps you guessing until the very end. With its perfect blend of action, romance, and thriller elements, at number 4 is Flower of Evil, a psychological thriller that weaves romance, suspense, and dark secrets into an unforgettable story. The series follows Baek Hee-sung, a man living under an assumed identity to escape his past as the son of a serial killer. When his detective wife begins investigating a case that threatens to expose his secrets, their seemingly perfect marriage starts to crumble. Lee Joon-gi delivers an absolutely stellar performance, playing a character who's constantly walking a tightrope between truth and lies. The chemistry between the leads is electric, making every revelation hit harder because you're invested in their relationship. Flower of Evil masterfully balances multiple genres. It's a romance, a thriller, a mystery, and a family drama all at once. The twists are perfectly timed, the suspense is constant, and the emotional stakes keep climbing. What makes this series legendary is how it keeps you guessing not just about the mystery, but about the very nature of the protagonist. Is he capable of murder? Can someone escape their bloodline? The answers will keep you watching until the very end. Number 3 is Mouse, a psychological thriller that asks one terrifying question: are psychopaths born or made? This series follows a rookie police officer who crosses paths with a serial killer, triggering a chain of events that unravels everything he thought he knew about himself. Mouse is a masterclass in psychological suspense, constantly keeping viewers off balance with its twists and revelations. Lee Sung-gi delivers a career-best performance, navigating complex character layers that evolve throughout the series. The show dives deep into nature versus nurture debates, exploring whether evil is genetic or environmental. What makes Mouse truly exceptional is how it maintains tension across 20 episodes. Just when you think you've figured it out, another twist changes everything. The series is dark, disturbing, and absolutely compelling. With its exploration of morality, identity, and the thin line between hero and monster, Mouse stands as one of the most ambitious thriller series in Korean television. This is a series that will mess with your head in the best way possible. At number 2 is Bloodhounds, an action-packed series that combines brutal fight scenes with genuine heart. The story follows two young boxers who get entangled with a ruthless loan shark, forcing them to fight not just in the ring, but for their very survival. What makes Bloodhounds special is the incredible friendship between the two leads and the mentor-student relationships that ground the story. Woo Do-won and Lee Song-yi have amazing chemistry, and their characters' loyalty to each other drives the emotional core of the series. The fight choreography is absolutely phenomenal. These aren't just choreographed dance fights, they're brutal, bone-crunching battles that showcase real martial arts technique. But don't mistake the heart for weakness. Bloodhounds delivers some of the most intense action sequences in recent Korean drama history. The series also tackles serious issues like predatory loans and economic exploitation, showing how the system preys on the vulnerable. What elevates Bloodhounds is its perfect balance of action and emotion. It can make you cry one moment and have you on the edge of your seat the next. And finally, claiming the number 1 spot is Weak Hero Class 1, the series that redefined what school action thrillers could achieve. Yeon Si-eun may look fragile and weak, but when pushed, he uses his intelligence and whatever tools he can find to take down bullies twice his size. This isn't about superhuman strength, it's about strategy, desperation, and survival. Park Ji-hoon delivers a phenomenal performance as Si-eun, a character who's both sympathetic and terrifying in his calculated approach to violence. The supporting cast is exceptional, with each character bringing their own pain and motivation to the story. The action choreography is brutal and realistic, showing fights as desperate struggles rather than choreographed spectacles. With an IMDb rating of 8.4 and massive international acclaim, Weak Hero Class 1 stands as the pinnacle of Korean action thriller series. And that wraps up our countdown of the top 10 Korean action thriller series you absolutely need to watch. From psychological mind games to brutal street fights, from revenge plots to survival survival stories. These series represent the absolute best of what Korean television has to offer. Which series from this list is your favorite? Have you already binged any of these, or are you adding them to your watch list right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to East Insights for more recommendations on the best Korean content out there. Until next time, keep watching and keep discovering the incredible world of Korean thrillers.